I thought I would answer a very common question that I get with tons of women. And they all ask me, can you still be helped if your thyroid has been removed? Now, there's a couple of reasons as to why you would have your thyroid removed in the first place. Typically, it's a Graves' disease or a Graves' diagnosis. You could have thyroid cancer. You could also have just general hyperthyroid where it's not necessarily Graves', but maybe you're in a Hashimoto's thyroiditis. But either way, you could also have nodules on the thyroid that maybe they're concerned about, so they take the thyroid out. And it's really interesting because in traditional medicine, they cut it out, burn it out, or drug it out, right? So the question becomes, is once you have the organ out, is the underlying issue handled or resolved? And that is absolutely not. So you have to understand why you have the thyroid out in the first place. So if it's Graves' disease or a thyroiditis, it's an underlying autoimmune issue. If it's a cancer, your immune system is out of balance. So they take the thyroid out, but you're still left with that underlying cause of why you had the thyroid out in the first place. So when you have an autoimmune issue, your immune system is still out of balance and you're at risk for developing other autoimmune diseases. When you have cancer, your immune system is out of balance, and when they take the organ that's affected out, you're still left with an immune system that's out of balance. So it's really important to understand that even though you've had your thyroid out and now you have to be on thyroid hormones for the rest of your life, you still have to address that underlying issue as to why you have those, why you had Graves' disease, or why is your thyroid, your immune system out of balance. So you have to address and figure out what are all of those triggers that cause the immune system to attack the body. And some of those really quickly are insulin surges or insulin resistance. Anytime your blood sugar goes up, you'll have an insulin surge, and that causes your immune system to attack the body. We have to look at your adrenal glands and how well they're handling stress. We have to look at your hormones, so estrogen and testosterone surges cause the immune system to attack the body. We have to look at toxicity, so do you have any biotoxins or heavy metal toxicity or environmental toxins that you're dealing with? We also have to look at food sensitivities. Many of you have food sensitivities that you're not aware of, and so food sensitivities will cause the immune system to attack the thyroid or another part of the body. We have to also look and evaluate, do you have inflammation? Right, so inflammation is a big culprit or a big trigger to the immune system attacking the body. And then we also have to rule in or rule out any underlying infections. So many of you have underlying infections, and it can be bacterial, it can be viral, it can be parasitic infections, and this constantly keeps the immune system out of balance. And so all of those things have to be addressed still, even though the organ or the gland, right, the thyroid, has been removed. And when you start addressing those underlying issues, the symptoms start to go away.